Today, we're gonna show you exactly what it's like to manage a $50,000 day. I'm gonna take you along 3 of our separate operations and break down exactly what it takes to run a $50,000 operation. Let's break it down. The day is gonna be broken up into 3 parts, 1 for each of our operations. First, we'll visit a large warehouse project that our pressure washing and coating team is working on. I'll show you the inside and outs of that project and what it takes to coordinate a 4-day, $40,000 job. Next, we'll shift focus to our winter operations that this time of year runs 24 hours around the clock with a team of up to 45 individuals and over 30 pieces of equipment. I'll show you exactly what it takes to run this operation and coordinate all of the moving parts. Lastly, we're managing a large snow hauling effort tonight. Multiple dump trucks, 4 different locations, multiple team members, and we're hoping to generate over $25,000 in one night with this separate operation. Like I said, there are a lot of moving parts and decisions need to be made quickly. Follow along and I'll show you exactly what it takes to run this operation, the challenges, the opportunities, and all of the numbers. Let's go. First stop, we're at our warehouse rejuvenation project. Today is step 2. The team is behind me grinding the floors, prepping everything for an epoxy finish. We already got started with a full pressure washing and steam cleaning of the entire place. It was a very tight timeline on this project. There's only 4 days to complete it start to finish because it has to be empty. So it's really a week-long job. We have to condense it down to 4 days. And we're just turning it over back to the customer on Monday, which means our team has been working late hours, well into the night. The other night, we were here till 2 in the morning, trying to cram everything and finish everything with a tight timeline. Tomorrow, we're gonna be painting all the walls, and then Sunday, our team will be in here applying the epoxy to have everything complete within the 4-day timeline. So decisions have to be made quickly, and nothing can go wrong on this project here. So that's the challenge. But the strength is that our team, we work generally around the clock. We have teams that can come out 24 hours and we use that to our advantage. If you have an operation that you're running with a 24-hour emergency type of hours, then you can charge a premium. Our winter operations like this, so is this. Customer came to us, they had a project that needed to be done quickly. We were able to accommodate and thus we can charge a premium. So what's involved? The project is $45,000 and it's gonna take us 4 days to complete. We had to coordinate a team of 7 to be here for the 4 days, on some days late into the night, like I said, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and we had to coordinate the equipment for the project as well. So we have commercial grinders that we're using today that we're actually renting. Yesterday, we had our commercial pressure washing equipment that we own. So we had about $100,000 of equipment that is operating here over the last 4 days. The other portion is the material. So over 15,000 square feet of epoxy and paint had to be brought here and coordinated all at the same time. It's very, very important to have the equipment, the material, and the team here working in unison, because when the material is needed, it needs to be on time because, again, we have a tight timeline that we're working with. So whenever we're executing a project of this size, we take a few days to ensure that all the material is ordered, all the equipment is ready, operational. If we're renting something, that then it is here on site waiting for the guys so that as soon as they're ready to go, we can start immediately. So that's what's involved. Now, the numbers. $45,000, out of which we spent $10,000 in material. Again, these are rough numbers, but right around $10,000 in all the material between the epoxy, the paint, and labor over the last 4 days, it's around $7,500. We spent another $2,500 in other expenses like disposal and some fuel, resulting in $20,000 in expenses, and that's gonna leave around $25,000 in profit. Now, out of that $25,000, Obviously, we have all of our fixed expenses and certain things that we're gonna spend, but on this project, our margin out of the 45 is $25,000. We're back in the shop, shifting focus to our winter operations. From here, we manage over 100 commercial clients, a team of 45, and over 30 pieces of equipment, some of which are here and some of which are at facilities around the city. This operation for us in the 6-month winter generates $16,600 per day, every day. All of it is on contract and all of it is with our commercial clients. So all of the work is guaranteed. We just need to now manage the team, manage the equipment, manage the personnel, and make sure everything is running. To do this, we have 4 core managers at the top: managing fleet, managing finance, managing operations, and managing the client side. From there, the team of 45 fulfills the work, and it's made up of route managers, route supervisors, and account managers, all of whom either manage the work on the customer-facing side or manage the work on the back-end team-facing side. Now, out of all of our different operations, this is by far the most challenging because there are so many moving parts and is generally a 24-hour operation. It's also an emergency service, so when our clients need us, we have to be there right away. On the flip side, because it's an emergency service, we're able to charge more and we're able to charge a premium for the services that we render. So our team always has to be ready. This means having to maintain all of our equipment and having a facility where we can maintain, fix, and manage all of our fleet to ensure that it's always operational. This means training our team, making sure everybody knows what they're doing, because when it's time to go, we need to be on, and there's a very short window to get the job done. So let's get into the numbers. Like I said, on average, the operation generates $16,600 per day in contracts spanned out over 6 months. What this means is, from that, we have to balance all of our expenses, which is our equipment, our facilities, our team, all of our overhead and our payroll, and our material. On an average night, our team can use up to 100 tons of salt. So all of these things are variable expenses while our revenue for this operation is fixed. So if we have a light winter, we can make a lot more. If we have a heavy winter, it's a lot heavier in our costs, but generally speaking, this operation generates around 50% in margin, after which we pay everything else, like our facilities and our equipment. So to boil it down, if we get it right, if we're there, if we have all of our services managed, the operation can generate between $5,000 to $8,000 in profit every single day, 24 hours around the clock. It's 11 o'clock and we're on site at one of our snow hauling operations. This is one of 4 teams that is out right now, and we'll be hitting 8 sites simultaneously throughout the course of the night. The 4 teams will be generating approximately $25,000 by the time tonight is all said and done. To do this, we have 8 dump trucks simultaneously scheduled in 30-minute intervals, set to arrive, get loaded up, and then go to snow dump locations all across the city. Every time one of these trucks leaves, we generate approximately $500 worth of revenue for the company. For us, this is considered an extra service. Now, this is great because all of the expenses, all of the fixed expenses are paid. So all we have to account for are the dump trucks and paying the actual facility to take the snow and haul it away. So let's break down the numbers. Every single hour that the operation is running, we generate approximately $2,500 worth of revenue. From that, we need to pay 8 trucks $100 a piece and approximately $400 per hour in other expenses. That leaves $1,300 per hour in profit that we generate from this operation. The team will be working all night. It's a complex operation that has to be timed perfectly, and it's something that is absolutely vital in creating more space for our teams to be able to operate in the future. Now, to wrap up our long day, we're going to be doing something that actually makes us $0. So we're back in the studio and we're going to be reviewing all of our content and planning everything over the next month. So why do we do this if it doesn't actually make us any money? Now, I truly believe that if you're going to be a forward-thinking company, then you need to be doing something that's different. We do love making content. We do want to produce more, and it is something we're passionate about. But on top of that, it's part of our overall strategy to be different. There aren't a lot of companies in our space that have a built-in studio in their facility, that are focusing on the content and marketing side as much as we are. I was recently reading a book about Apple, about how their design studio was at the forefront of a massive company, even when they were doing billions of dollars a year in revenue. Other companies at the time were focusing on their processors, their tech, while Apple was focused on design. Now, we're operating at a totally different level, of course, but for me, having our branding, our marketing, and our content be at the forefront of our company, even though it's not the case with almost any other company in our space, is what's going to make us different and make us unique. And I would implore you to do the same. Find something that is out of the ordinary for your space and make it a massive part of your company and your focus. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're back in the studio at the end of a long day, and we're going to do something that we love. Thanks for watching. We do this to help the next generation of entrepreneurs succeed and help redefine the stigma around the blue collar industry. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. And if there's anything more you're curious about, leave a comment down below.